Welcome everyone, welcome back to the hangar. So much has happened since a week ago when Julie and I shot the weight and balance packing the airplane video. We leave tomorrow. Today, I'm doing an oil change. Did some math and realized that about halfway through our trip, I was gonna have to change the oil. But if I changed it today before we left, I'll be home around about the time I need to do the next oil change. So I thought, okay, I'll do this one a little bit early so that I don't have to do one on the road. Also went around and filled up the tires with air because I know that's of particular concern to a lot of people out there. They're always saying, is there enough air in your tires? Yeah, I mean, there is. There is. I put a little bit in this morning, but even when they're full, they look flat. But they're within parameters. So, a lot has changed. I've got a little bit more maintenance to do on Mike Victor uniform before I'm ready to go tomorrow. But let me finish up with this, and then we'll pull out a map, and I'll tell you what's happening. This is Canada, and way down here in the south is where we are, just outside of Toronto in Oshawa. When we last spoke to you, our plan was to fly up here through Northern Ontario, through Manitoba and Saskatchewan to Hay River and then across to Yellowknife. And then from Yellowknife, we were going to go straight north to Kugluktuk. Problem is, this whole area here is now covered with wildfires. A lot of the towns that we were going to had to be evacuated. Some of the airports that we're at are under flight restrictions because they're being used for firefighting. There are fuel shortages because the fuel is being diverted and used for firefighting. And flight restrictions. Vast areas here are blocked off, no general aviation, under, I think it was 8,000 feet for some of them. And so we decided that, you know, even though we could go high and we could go around each of them, I spoke to people on the ground in Alberta and Saskatchewan, and they all said the same thing to me. Just avoid the area. Visibility is really low. I was looking at airports in here, and they were switching from marginal VFR to low IFR, which meant nobody was coming in and out, to IFR. Maybe they'd be VFR for a couple of hours, and then they'd slip back to low IFR. And what that means is that the smoke is swirling and moving around really quickly. Visibility is changing by the minute. The fires are moving faster and faster. It's just not a good place to be. And I know that people are going to say, well, if you had your IFR, you could do it. Mike Victor uniform, not IFR certified. And this is a vacation. It's a pleasure flight for Julie and I. We want to sightsee. We want to go places. We want to do things. There's no fun in not being able to see anything. What are we going to do? And so we decided that this part of Canada was in better shape. Still forest fires over here. Don't think there isn't. There's some in here along the Labrador-Quebec border, and there's a couple in here. Our plan now is fly from Oshawa, Quebec City, along the St. Lawrence into Labrador to Newfoundland. We'll leave tomorrow morning, have to pack everything up, and be ready to go. Good morning. So we're finally leaving after months of preparation and then a mad scramble to completely change our plans last minute.
We're ready to go.
Northeast. We're going northeast. We're going to stop first in Quebec City and then see what happens. Anyway, let's get in the air.
Oshawa Tower, Foxtrot, Mike Victor uniform holding short, 30 on Bravo for takeoff.
Mike Victor uniform tower, right turn out from Bravo for takeoff, runway 30.
Right turnout, cleared 30, Mike Victor uniform. Alpha Tower, Golf Alpha Whiskey Delta, just confirming that we're heading northwest.
Alpha Whiskey Delta, okay, check north westbound before leaving the zone.
Airspeed's alive! Leaving the zone, Alpha Whiskey Delta.
Uniform Tower, change en route frequency. Have a good flight.
En route frequency, thank you. Have a great day. Toronto Terminal, this is Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform.
Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform, Toronto Center.
Toronto Center, Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform, Cessna 172 on a VFR flight plan from Oshawa to Quebec City, requesting radar surveillance if possible.
Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform, squawk and NCL speed.
5360 is the squawk, 5,500 is the altitude.
Mike Victor Uniform, your radar identified, maintain VFR at all times, heading altitude is your discretion. The Peterborough altimeter is 29er, 89er.
29er, 89er, remain VFR at all times. Mike Victor Uniform, thank you.
Yeah, so through that, this box, you can see rain up here.
Yeah. It is why we left at the crack of dawn.
Yeah, and so that's the rain that went through last night.
Yes.
No radar up here, right?
I
So
know.
as soon as we leave-
I've looked at the weather map closely in the last few weeks, and there's this strange circle,
yeah,
like lumps of circles. You can see, like, here's the center,
yeah.
and there's the arcs of the circle. Above here, there is nothing. Ye who travel beyond this, beware of dragons.
Mike Victor Uniform, contact Montreal Center for flight following on 126.57.
126.57, Mike Victor Uniform, thank you.
Order 263, proceed direct to Raiden.
Montreal Center, Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform with you.
Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform, Montreal Center, good morning. 5,500 VFR for Quebec City is approved.
Mike Victor Uniform, thank you.
Mike Victor Uniform.
Mike Victor Uniform.
Just letting you know there's a Challenger traffic descending off your, let's call it 1230 position. About 8 miles is out of 9,500 descending into Mont Tremblant.
I see him on the scope, thank you very much.
Sure. Sierra Echo Papa, there's a VFR Cessna 172 on your left side, eastbound at 5,500 feet. He has you on his scope, so you're now cleared to La Macaza for an approach.
Okay, Takeoff, we checked the traffic, and we are now cleared to La Maquette for an approach. We'll be doing the straight in RNAV runway 02.
Sierra Echo Papa, check marks. Frequency change is approved, and I'll wait for a call back on this frequency to close your flight line.
Under sir, in case you have traffic, we'll, once we have the airport site, we'll give you a call back and cancel. Thank you, Sierra Echo Papa.
So we're 30 minutes out from Quebec City, and the weather has come down significantly. So we've just descended from 5,500 feet, which we were at pretty much the entire flight, and we're down to 2,000 feet to get under clouds that are, I could still be flying above them, but I know that ahead of us, they close in tight. So underneath and all the way into Quebec City. Quebec City's been flipping back and forth between VFR and marginal VFR. We just passed an airport at Trois-Rivières that's been flipping back and forth the same sort of way. And then we've got this coming in behind us, but you know, it's been moving fairly slowly. Watching it, it's been moving slowly, and so we're gonna get into Quebec City. We're gonna get rained on as we empty the plane and get ready to get a car.
It is kind of amazing, though, being this close to the edge of the clouds,
Yep.
because they are fascinating things. I had thought that these were clearing, but clearly I was completely wrong.
Yep.
Mike Victor Uniform, surveillance services are terminated. You're cleared on road frequency.
Cleared 100 frequency. Could I have the Quebec Terminal frequency?
Mike Victor Uniform, 124.0 if you're going into their Class C.
124.0, thank you. Mike Victor Uniform. Quebec Terminal, Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform. Quebec Terminal, barely readable. I'll call back in 5 minutes.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, there's someone coming straight at us.
Okay. They don't seem to be here yet, though.
They're over here. Oh, they're 1,000 feet above us.
Okay.
So they're
I'm
just
not going to see them.
they're above this layer.
Yeah. I don't... they're just not close enough for that yet.
Maybe not close enough.
That's okay. Oh, there they are. Okay.
Quebec Terminal, Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform.
Mike Victor Uniform, if you read terminal, soit cadence. Atmosphère 2, vous êtes en tir radar, pour l'instant pas plus haut que 4000 pieds et vous pouvez vous établir cap sud-est pour la montée. Atmosphère 2, pas plus haut que 4000 pieds, cap sud-est pour la montée. 3044 VFR caravan traffic 12 o'clock and 5 miles. They're going to be kilometers below you for pair drop.
Roger, we'll look for the traffic, Quebec 3484.
Mike Victor Uniform, you are identified at 1500. I understand you're coming into Quebec City, is that correct?
Coming into land, Mike Victor Uniform.
Mike Victor Uniform, okay. And you see Highway 40, that's basically what you're following there off your left?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so follow that eastbound for Mike Victor Uniform. If you can keep climbing, let me know. And if you want to level off 1500, that's proof.
I'm going to level off at 1500 for cloud, Mike Victor Uniform.
Sounds good. Mike Victor Uniform, contact Quebec Terminal 18.65, 1865.
1865, Mike Victor Uniform. Quebec Tower, Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform.
Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform, Quebec Tower, hello, runway 24, winds 180 at 2, altimeter 2983, your intention.
Inbound for landing at runway 24, I guess, Mike Victor Uniform.
Mike Victor Uniform, you're cleared the right downwind for runway 24.
Right downwind, 24, Mike Victor Uniform.
Okay, airport's in sight. Hurrah! Everything's on, everything's in, locked, both on. Mixture rich. Fuel is on both.
Mike Victor Uniform, be number 2 for runway 24, following citation traffic, 6 miles final, 2,400 feet in descent.
Number 2, looking for citation, Mike Victor Uniform.
Forme du Juliette, conformément à l'écart de la piste de 2-9.
On reste à l'écart de la piste de 9, forme du Juliette.
Mike Victor Uniform, turning base 24.
Mike Victor Uniform, hold short of runway 29. There will be Cessna traffic departing. The wind is 2004. You're clear to land, runway 24. Plan to exit Alpha.
Clear 24, hold short 29, Mike Victor Uniform.
Uniforme Zulu Juliette, un virage à droite vers l'île, pas plus haut que 2000 pieds. Un Cessna qui atterrit 2-4 et qui reste à l'écart de votre piste. C'est autorisé à décoller piste 2-9.
Virage à droite, pas plus haut que 2000 pieds. On a décollé forme du Juliette.
Mike Victor Uniform, exit Alpha and contact ground 1219.
Exit Alpha, contact ground, Mike Victor Uniform.
121.9.
Quebec ground, Foxtrot, Mike Victor Uniform on Alpha, requesting taxi to apron 3 for Avjet.
Mike Victor Uniform, Quebec ground, taxi via Delta 1 in the ramp of discretion.
Delta 1, ramp at discretion, Mike Victor Uniform.
Quarter 198, your wheels that time will be 1535.
1535, quarter 198.
Good.
And so here we are, we made it to Quebec City. It's a jet there, just making a horrendous noise. Anyway,
They even have a red carpet.
they had a red carpet, and a guy got off with like a little, one of those family patches on his jacket, you know.
I missed that.
Yeah, so anyway, that's not us. We made it to Quebec City, and I gotta tell you, the last 15 or 20 minutes was a little bit hairy.
Yeah.
Down to personal minimums, down to actually VFR minimums. We were inside the control zone, Tower was watching us, but we were low,
Clouds, going around them, fog,
dodging the clouds, dodging the fog, following the river, following
seagulls.
we were low enough that there were seagulls around us, that's for sure. And then when we got clearance for right downwind of runway 24 here, it all cleared up, and it's beautiful. So right above us here at the airport is beautiful blue sky, but just over that way and coming at us is some more storm, and along the river is just cloud, low cloud.
So we might be here for a day or two.
We might be here for a day or two. We don't know yet, but we're hoping that you'll come along for the rest of the trip. We don't know where we're going fully yet because we're at the mercy of weather.
A phrase from my childhood in a television show, never knowing where we're going till we get there.
That's going to be the trip. So there'll be a little montage maybe of stuff that's coming up, and we hope that you come along for the rest of the ride. Thanks for stopping by. See you again soon.
That tested my skill.
Oh, one bounce, that's good.
Wow.
Considering what was going on there, one bounce is pretty good.
That was...
Harrowing.
Yes.
I've got nothing else to say to that.